Brain rot is real. Here's what it's doing to you. You used to be able to read a book for hours, watch a full movie without checking your phone, have a conversation without your mind drifting somewhere else. Now, 15 seconds into a video, you're already reaching for the next one. This isn't getting older. This isn't laziness. This has a name, and Oxford made it their word of the year for 2024. Brain rot. Brain rot isn't a clinical diagnosis, but what's happening inside your head is very real, and the research behind it is alarming. Here's what's actually going on. Your brain runs on something called dopamine. It's the chemical of anticipation. Not pleasure exactly, anticipation. The feeling of something good about to happen. Every time you scroll to the next video, tap to the next reel, or swipe to the next post, your brain gets a small dopamine hit. Not from what you're watching, from the act of switching. The content almost doesn't matter. The switching is the drug. And like any drug, your brain builds tolerance. The hit gets smaller. The need to switch gets faster. 30 seconds becomes 15. 15 becomes 5. 5 becomes before the video even loads. Researchers at Stanford found that heavy social media users show measurable differences in a region of the brain called the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for focus, decision-making, and impulse control. It isn't that you lack discipline. Your prefrontal cortex is being systematically weakened by a diet of constant context switching. Here's what that looks like in real life. You sit down to do something important. Within 2 minutes, you've opened your phone. You don't remember deciding to do that. You try to read the same paragraph 3 times. The words are there. The comprehension isn't. You're in a conversation. Someone is speaking. And somewhere in your head, you're composing a reply before they finished. This is not a character flaw. This is what happens when a brain designed for deep focus gets trained for shallow speed. Microsoft ran a famous study on human attention span. In 2000, the average was 12 seconds. By 2015, it had dropped to 8, below a goldfish. But here's what that study missed. The problem isn't the length of your attention span. The problem is what happens when you try to use it. Neuroscientists call this attention residue. When you switch from one task to another, part of your brain stays behind, thinking about the previous thing, monitoring for notifications, waiting for the next stimulus. You can be physically present in a task and mentally scattered across 12 others. That's brain rot. Not stupidity, attention fragmentation. And the cost goes deeper than productivity. A 2024 study found that people who consume short-form video content for more than 2 hours a day report significantly higher rates of anxiety, difficulty experiencing boredom, and a reduced ability to feel present in their own lives. Reduced ability to feel present in your own life. Think about what that means. The moments that matter most. A meal with someone you love. A walk somewhere quiet. A moment of genuine stillness. Your brain has been trained to find them unbearable. Not enough stimulus. Reach for the phone. But the same neuroscience that explains the problem also points to the way out. And this is the part most people don't hear. Your brain is neuroplastic. It rewires based on what you repeatedly do. It was trained toward fragmentation. It can be trained back toward depth. Step 1. Embrace boredom deliberately. Not as punishment, as medicine. Research from the University of Central Lancashire shows that boredom activates the default mode network, the part of your brain responsible for creativity, problem-solving, and self-reflection. Every time you reach for your phone to escape a quiet moment, you interrupt that process. Start with 5 minutes a day of doing nothing. No phone, no podcast, no input, just existing. It will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is the medicine working. Step 2. Rebuild your reading muscle. Start with 10 pages a day of anything you genuinely want to read. Not because reading is virtuous, because sustained reading is one of the only activities that forces your prefrontal cortex to resist distraction and follow a single thread of thought for an extended period. It is the gym for the attention you've been slowly losing. Step 3. Create a first hour rule. Whatever else you do in the morning, do not open social media or short-form video during the first hour after waking. During that first hour, your prefrontal cortex is at its clearest. Feeding it fragmented content before it has fully activated is like eating sugar before your blood sugar stabilizes. The crash comes faster and harder. Step 4. Single task. Pick one thing. Do only that thing until it is done. Not because multitasking is immoral, because multitasking doesn't exist. What you're doing is switching, and every switch costs you. None of this requires willpower. It requires structure, because the apps don't want you to stop. But your brain, given the right environment, remembers how to focus. You were not born distracted. You were trained to be, and anything trained can be untrained. Your attention is not gone. It's just been pointed in the wrong direction. Point it back.